Hi, and welcome to Lifted Stronger. This is your full body workout. All right, it's going to get pretty breathy and spicy in here today. It's going to be a really good one. So I hope you're just as excited as I am. You are going to need a couple sets of weights. Today I'm working with 10s and 15s. But as always, if I was doing this workout on my own and not worrying about having to talk my way through it, I would definitely be lifting a little bit heavier. So as always, please listen to your body first and don't be afraid to push yourself with heavier weights. Okay, so I'm gonna use my 15s to start right off the bat, but first we are going to get into our warm up. So when you're ready, we're just gonna take our feet about shoulder width apart and we're just going to come into our squats. There we go. Amazing. So we're just trying to warm up the whole body here. We have some different combination moves that are really going to make our heart rate come up and challenge our muscles one final time through the week. Okay, let's do two more. Good. Yeah, last one. Good, incredible. Hands to temples, and we're just going to push the bum right back and then come back up. Push behind and come back up. Good. I'm filming here, middle of the day. It was just ridiculously sunny outside, and all of a sudden, I guess a cloud passed by, and now it's much darker in this room. Okay, good. Let's do two more. Just a couple good mornings here. Good. Standing back upright, and we're just going to go into alternating lateral lunges. So you can kind of get a little preview of some of the moves we are going to be working towards in this workout. Good. Let's do one more each side. Good. Incredible. Find yourself at the back of your mat. We're just going into a walkout. So arms up, forward fold, walk it out. Good. Hold that plank and into a push-up. And then walk it back up. Let's do two more just like that. Up, forward fold, walk it out, into a push-up, back up. Last one. Good. Walk it out, into that push-up, and walk it back up. Okay, I think we're ready. All right, so I'm going to take you through each move. First set might take a little bit longer because I'm going to explain each move as we go. We have 3 sets. It's only 5 moves. We've got this covered. So your first move is going to be a clean, a squat, and a press. When we're talking about cleaning our weights, we start with them by our side, okay? And then we're going to push our bum back. And this is what is going to build that momentum, kind of like a dumbbell swing. So we're going to push our bum back and we're going to use not our arms, but our hips and our glutes to bring them up and clean them onto our shoulders. I'm going to demo it in just a second. Then you can take a little bit of a wider step, come into a squat, and then a press, okay? So in real time, it's going to be a pretty quick, powerful move. We're going to push back, weights to shoulders, squat, and a press. Okay? We're going to go 8 to 12 reps of those. There's the sun, and it's going to get pretty spicy and breathy. Are you ready? Me neither. Let's go. Grabbing your weights, the heavier the better for these. But also something manageable that you can press overhead, okay? So when you're ready, we jump right in. I'll do a couple from the side first. So we push back, clean, squat, press. It is a pretty fluid move here. There's not a lot of separation between these movements. Good. Push back, get those weights up overhead. Good. Woo. Amazing. Good. My body forgot what it was doing there for just a second. 8 to 12 reps, okay? Good. Whew, finish yours. That was amazing. What's fun about that move is that the breathiness comes after. Oh my gosh. Okay, great. That's move number one. Finish up your reps. Move number two, we're going to take our weights in our hands. I'm going to go a little bit lighter on this one. So we're going to go alternating lateral lunge. So we're going to go lat lunge, really making sure that we're bending deeply in that one leg and pushing our bum back. And then we're going to come up and give it a little hammer curl. That's one rep. We do the other side. That's rep two. So we go all the way 8 to 12. So 4 to 6 reps per side, okay? Here we go. So we're gonna step out, in, and a curl. Other side, that's 2. Good. Amazing. So our full body workout in this program is less about that like slow power. It still is, of course, but this is more of your higher energy workout. We throw these two combination moves for the most part in together. It's to get us kind of breathy, to continue to build that strength, but in more of a power capacity. Good. All right, I'm gonna do one more each side, but I'm gonna do them from the side so you can see what that looks like. So I'm pushing my bum back, and then I come up and I curl, and then I come in, bend deeply up and curl. Ooh. Okay, that's move number 2. Move number 3 is going to be a sumo squat with a high pull. So, water break. And there we go. So, we are going to go wide with the feet, heels in, toes out, a little bit of an angle. We're going to let our knees follow our toes. So we come down, weights in hand, and then as we come up, we're going to pull the weights up to that high pull. Okay? I'm going to go heavy here. Very doable with heavies. Okay, are we ready? Here we go. Sumo squat, high pull, 8 to 12 reps, right into it. So I'm going to come down, slow, power to bring those weights up into that high pull position. A little bit of shoulders here again. Good. Into that nice wide squat. Good, good, good. Pushing our bum back. But really in that sumo squat, we are also trying to hit those inner outer thighs. So it's not as far back as a regular squat. Good. One more for me. You hit your rep count. Oh, good. I have to say, I always write these workouts and then I'm like, I got this. This is going to be great to demo. And then I get into it in the demo and I'm like, oh gosh, that was really hard. So don't feel discouraged if you are having a hard time with these workouts. This is our one level up from foundations. This is supposed to feel hard. Okay, here we go. Move number 4 already. We're gonna take our weights. I'm gonna go with my lighter set of weights. We're gonna go into a push-up and then an open T. So you can do these push-ups on your toes or on your knees. It is totally up to you. But when we come up to that open T, ideally we're in a high plank. So I'll show it to you here. So we're gonna come into that plank. We're gonna push up, and then we're gonna push up into that open T, back down, and then into your push-up. If you prefer your push-ups being from your knees, you can absolutely do that. And then you pop up for that open T on the other side, okay? Again, it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, so a total of 8 to 12 reps. Okay, are we good? Let's go. into those push-ups and open tees. Good. So that open tee, we are trying to push the hip away from the mat. And we're opening it up. So we're kind of like rowing that weight, right? As we open, we're rowing the weight up and then flipping it up. And again, if you're doing those push-ups from your knees, we are still holding that supported plank. So the bum is not up in the air as that plank is happening. Good. Up and over. Finish yours. Amazing. Finish your reps. There's no rush. Good, good, good. Okay, we have one more to go. One more move. So I'm going to bring my heavy weights over. We're going to come to standing. And what we're going to do is I'm going to take my feet wider than my weights. And I'm going to stand a little bit over my weights. We're going into a gorilla row. So there's two ways to do a gorilla row. One, you can alternate those rows really, really quickly, or you can take it slow. Okay, we're aiming for those slow rows. We want to make it easier to count those reps. And I want to make sure that you're really feeling that row in the first place. So as you lift one weight up, you're going to push the other one down into the floor. So we're going to go 1, 1, 2, 2. It's a double count. Okay, here we go. We're going to get really low in our hips. Our bum stays down, so it's not up. We're down, okay? We have our chest over our dumbbells. Our chest is pretty much going to come down here. And we're going to go and we're going to push one weight in and then row the other. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, all the way up to 8 to 12. Ready? Let's go. Good. You can go heavy here. Don't be afraid of it. You are rowing. You are also going to feel your quads and glutes really turn on. Chin away from your chest. We don't want to be tucking it in. Good. You're almost there. Finish up your reps. All right. When you're done those gorilla rows, you are done one set of full body. I was going to say upper body. It is not. It is full body. We're here, full body, okay? So we're going to go through this again a second time, but it's going to be a little bit quicker, okay? So we're going to start with that clean. Get those weights onto the shoulders. That's your clean, your squat, and your press. 8 to 10 reps. Let's get into it. Not a whole ton of rest here. Here we go. Woo. When you're ready, weights by your side. Hopefully they're nice and heavy. And we go into those clean squat press. Let's do it. I'd like to take a little side step out into that squat. It just feels better for my hips. This is a big power move. It's going to get us nice and breathy. Heart rate up for the rest of this set. Good. Amazing. Glue those heels to the floor. Finish your reps. Wow. Good. Whew. Okay. That's the kind of move that you need to take a little walk around the room after and catch your breath. Good. Okay. Heading for my lighter set of weights, alternating lateral lunge with a hammer curl at the top. Let's get right into it. So I find myself in the middle of the mat. I'm going to go lat lunge with that curl. Good. bending deeply into that knee and pushing my bum right out, and then pushing off with power from that bent knee to find myself up at the top. Good. Almost there. Second and third set, we're gonna fly by. That first set is always the toughest. We're just learning those moves. We're getting into our workout, getting into that mindset of just getting it done. Second and third set, we're here. We're fully in. We're fully in. Good. Tiny break here. We're gonna get ourselves set up for the sumo squats with the high pull. When you're ready, okay, heels in, toes out, weights in front, and we go down. Pull up. Good. Most important part here is that your knees are following your toes. I'm also going to do this from the side so you can see when I say push your bum back, but not as much as a regular squat, right? We want to make sure that we're not going here because then we're going to turn this into a deadlift. Not a bad thing, just not the move. Not the move we are after. Whew. Finish your reps, 8 to 12 for everything. Easy to remember, easy to build from, and to build up to. Good. Oh, those first three, so gnarly. Okay, we're gonna go into that push-up open T. Single counts here, okay? Single counts. 4 to 6 reps on each side, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, I'm delaying. Let's go. We're down, up, open T. Good. Really building strength in the shoulders, chest, arms, core, all of it. Take the modifications when you need to. Finish your reps. Woo, take a breath. Good. Get yourself set up for those gorilla rows. Nice and heavy. If you weren't sure about this move when we first started, and then you kind of get the hang of it now, go heavier. Lift those weights, okay? Here we go. Feet wider than the dumbbells. We're coming down into a very low squat. Chest over the weights. And we go. It's a double count here. Push that other weight into the floor. It gives you that leverage to lift those heavy weights. Nice. Whew. The sweat is definitely come on quicker than anticipated. I'm not gonna lie. Good. All right. Incredible. Take that little break in between sets when you're done your reps. Wow. Water, towel. We have only one more set to go. I actually really love the full body workouts in this program because they feel like a little treat at the end of a really tough week of 3 just like really hard workouts. This one is not easy by any means, but it feels like a little bit of a treat, doesn't it? Just agree with me. Okay, here we go. Clean squat and press. Final time. Grab those heavy weights. Let's get to it. Here we go. Clean, up, squat, and press. Really use your glutes as your power, okay? When we are taking those weights back. Good. I'm letting them fall. Glutes are bringing them up. It's a practice move for sure. The heavier you go on those dumbbells, the easier it will be to build that momentum. Good. Yes. Oh my gosh. We are almost there. I've got one more. You do you. Whew. Nice. Good. Just a moment to catch our breath. Good news is those are done. Okay. Awesome. Here we go. Alternating lat lunge with that hammer curl at the top. Let's get into it. Let's get it done. I'm motivated now. Maybe you started this workout and you were not motivated at all, but you knew you had to get it done. You are not alone in that, okay? You are not alone. Action always comes before motivation. We don't just wake up and all of a sudden feel like we are going to do all the things like our workouts. Not right away. Good. Okay, I'm going to do one more per side here. To be perfectly honest, I don't count my reps when I'm filming. I don't have the mental capacity. Whew. I hope you are though. And I hope you're tracking them because that tracker is like your little celebration every single week. Sometimes you might not move up in weights or reps, but you will stay steady, and that is something to celebrate, right? Whew. Okay, sumo squat, high pulls coming up. Let's get into it. Heart rate still high. This is what we want. This one here is starting to take us into those recovery moves. So number 1 and 2 on this list, higher cardio moves, back to back. That's just mean. Then we have the final 3, which keep our heart rate high, but it's not going to increase it like crazy. Good. Finish up your reps. Whew. Great. Okay, out of all 5, I gotta say, these push-ups to open T, the most challenging for me. Maybe that's just today. I'll report back when I start doing this program. But right now, the most challenging. And that's okay. That's a good thing. We like a challenge. All right, let's get into it. Push up, open T. That's it. Good. When we come into that side plank, we really want to get into that side plank, right? So we want our hips to open up and face forward. Great work. We are so close. So close. Almost taste the end of this workout. Such a tough move for me. I'd love to know how you feel about it. I have a feeling I'm not gonna get many. I love that one. Good. All right. We can move those lighter weights off to the side. We're gonna get into our final movement in the gorilla rows. And then we get into our final finisher. And it's all core. It's amazing. Okay? So feet out nice and wide. Chest over those dumbbells. Let's go. Double count. Let's do it. Push those dumbbells right into the floor. Remember to breathe all the way through, okay? Okay, the sweat is literally dripping off multiple points in my face. Oh my gosh. I really need to remember to bring a towel to film workouts. All right, finish these up. Oh, hello, guys. Okay. Amazing. Amazing. Okay. We are in our finisher. I can't believe we just did 3 sets of that. That is tough. Okay. Finisher is all core. We are going to do all body weight for this one. So set your weights off to the side. And we are going to start in a forearm plank. We're going to be here for 30 seconds each. So the first move is a forearm plank. So we are going to come down here, hold that plank, and we're just going to saw forward and back, okay? 30 seconds there. Then we're going to turn into a side plank, and we're going to go hip dips, okay? I will explain modifications when we're there. We're going to do the other side, and then finally, we're going to go into cannonballs. So everything comes in nice and tight, and then everything expands out. In, and then out. Okay? Are we excited? Just say yes. Just say yes. It's fine. We're almost there. Here we go. We have a 2-minute finisher, all core, and we are out of here. 30 seconds a move. Let's do this. 3, 2, 1, plank saws. So into those forearms in a beautiful plank here. And we're just going to take it to the tips of the toes and back onto the balls of our feet. Tips of the toes, balls of the feet. Good. I want you to pull up on your low belly. Push away from the floor through your forearms. And just take this nice and slow and controlled. You are almost done. We are going to take this into that side plank, hip dip in 3, in 2, and 1. Let's go. Side plank. Oh, I'm going to hold my hand up here. Hip dip and pull. So the whole point here is to get your hip as close to the floor as possible, and then we want to pull it back up while our hips are facing forward. If this does not work for you, you can also bring one knee to the floor. Okay, you are still working that core. Do what you need to do today, okay? Hand can come up to the back of the head. It's whatever you need. Switch sides. Here we go. Hip dip and pull. Hip dip and pull. We are almost done on these forearms. Pull up. Good. That's where that move is, in that pull. Up and away from the floor. Let your head hang nice and light. Not pulling it back or forward. Oh my goodness. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Just in time. My forearm was slipping. We are now going to take it to the floor in the cannonball. Final move. Stay with me here. Elbows, knees in. Extend long and float. Good. As we're here, I want you to focus on pulling your belly button down towards your spine. Every time we extend out so that your low back doesn't pop up off the mat. It's a quick finisher. If you like core and you want to have more, repeat the finisher twice. 3, 2, 1. Oh, we are done. Unless you're repeating that core, then go for it. Okay, that was amazing. We're just going to do a little cool down here, but as always, it's never quite enough time. So make sure you press play on the cool down video that you can find in this app, or just take some time to like stretch out your muscles that you're feeling here. Okay, so we're gonna have our legs out long, feet here. I am not very flexible. It's still early in the day, and my body's like, not after leg day yesterday. So I am just going to hold here. I did film legs yesterday. That was a lot. If you can touch your toes and get over there, go for it. What we don't want is curving at the back. So we're just gonna lean forward and land where we land. It's all good. Amazing. When you're ready, just roll onto your side. And we're gonna get into those quads again. So pulling the heel towards your bum and then tilting the pelvis forward. So you feel that pull in the quads. You've done such an amazing job over this week. Whew, we have our work cut out for us. That is incredible. Make sure you fill out that progress tracker. That is one of the most important things you can do for this program. We're just switching sides here. And also feel free to give me feedback on these workouts. These are for you. So if there's something you want to see, maybe something you could do without, let me know. Good. Coming up to leading in butterfly. We're just gonna put the soles of our feet together, let our knees drop, nice and tall through the upper body. Good. Nice deep breath here. We're just trying to get our breath back to normal. Also getting a little stretch in the inner thighs. I'm going to come to crisscross position. I'm going to bring my head over to the side and then I'm just gently going to stretch it down. Just getting into a really nice stretch here. And then over to the other side. Okay, take all the time you need to cool down and be super proud of yourself for what you achieved this week. And today, I'll see you next time.